Hey there, I am Megan and I am the Ultimate Hype Witch. I wanted to get on here today to talk about, cultivating depth-filled relationships. I am someone who loves, desires, prides myself on cultivating depth-filled relationships. I am not a surface level queen. Like, I cannot stand surface level relationships and just surface level conversations. I need depth, I need intimacy, I need to be, continually evolving and, going deeper and just exploring, the psyche of someone else or just sharing more experiences. My love language is shared experiences. That's my number one. And so that's what I also mean by building depth and intimacy. It's like the more you share, like the more life you share with people, it's like the more depth you're going to inevitably have and develop with them. And this past weekend, I was invited to this very sacred women's circle, and I got to deepen my relationship with like a handful of women who I have been deepening our relationships, and we continually as a group are kind of constantly finding ourselves, allowing ourselves to deepen our relationships. And this weekend was an opportunity to do that in a completely different way than we have explored before. And it was so beautiful and so sacred. And I like ended the experience and I was just like, it was so pure and the intentions of everyone were so clear and clean that I left just feeling so delighted in my experience. But it speaks volumes to having developed these relationships over time and sharing more and more experiences and trusting that the other person and the other people within this container and within these friendships are showing up as their authentic selves and are showing up in their authentic expression. And equally as important, that you are showing up as your authentic self and your authentic expression, and there's reciprocity between that. Like, they see you in your embodiment and you see them in their embodiment of their highest self, and there's that shared reverence and you can feel it, you can see it, you can sense it. It's my closest group of friends, and I was so grateful to have gone another layer deeper with them in a very playful and curious way. I think as women, we, naturally gravitate towards depth-filled experiences and, depth-filled relationships. And I know plenty of men who do as well. But as women, we like to gather and we love to create containers where everyone feels seen and heard and witnessed and gets to be in their own experience. And like, there's no pressure to be anything that you're not. There's no need to show up as someone that you're not, right? So I was just super grateful this weekend. I left the event flying in my car. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm flying right now. And got a burger with one of the women who was with me. And after that, I just went home and I was so fulfilled and overflowing with gratitude and love, and just emotionally, like, my cup was so filled. So yeah, depth-filled relationships. I would love to hear what, having a depth-filled relationship means to you. What are your experiences, or have you not experienced depth-filled relationships? Is that something you're seeking in this life? I have plenty of ways to, become curious about, and evaluate the relationships you have in your life, and, navigate whether you want to see change, if you're craving more depth, if you're just, it doesn't have to be you quit the friend group and go find other people. Like, I just did a video on being the permission slip. Sometimes everyone's waiting for that new level of depth to arrive, and someone has to be the permission slip. And you never know who else is thinking about it with inside of their head, and or at their house or after the hangs, being like, oh man, I just love these people so much, but dang, I'm like craving something a little more, right? And I believe that everyone has this depth in them. Sometimes they don't have the tools to access it, and sometimes it's all about becoming the permission slip and being that permission slip of vulnerability and sharing what's going on in your world and what's going on in your life, and then asking your friends for support and letting them show up the way that they best can, right? And if it's not necessarily exactly what you're looking for, or it's, they're not receptive to it, etc., like, then it's okay to evaluate, maybe this friend group isn't for me, maybe this relationship isn't for me, all of the things, right? But I'm a proponent on, you were led to this group, to this person, etc., family, whatever. You being the embodiment of you and you living authentically like you gives people the permission slip to become their authentic selves. And just naturally, there will become more and more opportunities for depth over time. And sometimes it's just going to stay at that same level for a minute, and then you can take it another layer deeper, right? It's not constantly going this way. Sometimes it's this, and then you go back up and it's this. And the beauty of life and range and relationships, no matter if they're, platonic, friendships, all of the family, all of that, there's ample opportunity because life goes on. If it doesn't happen this weekend, maybe it's the next weekend, or maybe it's you're setting a time aside to like curate a container for that to happen, and invite everyone. But whoever ends up coming, you were the invitation, you were the permission slip for those people to show up, and then you can kind of get the ball rolling. So anyways, my name's Megan. I just wanted to share a little bit about, the gratitude I'm feeling and appreciation I have for the groups of people I have in my life here in Austin, Texas, and all around the world. And I hope you are having a magical day. And if you have any questions about, cultivating more depth within yourself, going deeper, or, how to curate in a hang with your friends that goes deeper than just the surface, do not hesitate to reach out. I am here to help you navigate and guide you along your journey. All right, I hope you're having a beautiful, magical evening.